Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. My name is Brittany Barr, and I have spastic hemiplegia cerebral palsy. And my daughter, who is Filipina, has spastic quadriplegic cerebral palsy. And I want to share our lives and what like life looks like with cerebral palsy. We have lived in the Philippines for 10 years. Our daughter was adopted from the Philippines, but both my husband and I are American. We served as missionaries, teaching missionary kids over in the Philippines. And when our son was struggling with some things, and then we started the adoption process for our daughter, and knowing her needs, we said, okay, our long-term goal is to get to the U.S. in hopes of giving her better care. She had a tremendous physical therapist in the Philippines. Let me clarify, her physical therapy center was amazing. All the physical therapists there, her main physical therapist, teacher Harlan, the lead physical therapist, teacher Pat, all the other physical therapists that she worked with, they were amazing physical therapists, amazing women as people, so caring and loving, and were just there for her. And it made it so much easier to trust them and to know that she was getting really good care. And then we come to the U.S. and I talk to her pediatrician, and he said, I have no doubt that her physical therapist in the Philippines was really good, because in the past, I've got to get a stand. In the past, Filipinos would come over here and get trained and then serve as physical therapists. Right now, we are on a waiting list to even get into physical therapy. There's a shortage of physical therapists. There's a shortage of occupational therapists. Insurance plays the game of what they want to cover and then what they don't want to cover. And I have a really hard time wrapping my head around it. And I've heard even some discouraging things about the education system in the U.S. Now, don't get me wrong, if we were dealing with public school or even private school, in the Philippines, it's not the best case scenario, but she did have pretty much a one-on-one education when we were in the Philippines, because we taught at a small Christian school. And so I believe we are where God wants us to be, and I want to be where He wants us to be. But it is really hard to wrap my head around, okay, we were in the Philippines, but supposedly does not have the best healthcare and things like that, but she was getting tremendous therapy, and near the end, we were doing it 5 days a week. The last month, she did it 5 days a week for 4 weeks. They were just so good with her. And knowing now that we might be lucky to get an hour, maybe 2 hours a week. It's just, I don't know. I really am having a hard time wrapping my head around this. Because I thought we made the right choice. I thought we made, the choice that needed to be made. And don't get me wrong, I want to be around friends and family. But even some aspects of being here are debilitating for me. I don't drive. We live out in the middle of nowhere. They do have a transpo thing, but that's $4 a ride. I don't know. It's we had everything figured out in the Philippines. We knew what worked, what didn't work. I was able to get the resources that my daughter needed. Now, granted, we got them all from the States and had to figure out how to ship them and stuff, and so I'm grateful we're not in that spot anymore. But it's just, I don't know. If it's one thing, if it's not one thing, it's another thing, and it shouldn't be this hard, especially in the U.S., a country that, brags and says that they're the best and the greatest. Well, I'll be honest, I'm not seeing that right now or feeling it.